Good morning to all of you. Welcome back in this class. I hope you are healthy and safe at your home. This is the class 9, subject social science, and today we are going to start chapter number 2 of economics. And the topic name is people as a resource, and this is the lecture 1. Student, this chapter we will cover into 4 lecture. And student, the topic name is people as resource means people are the most important factor of production because they have knowledge, skill and education, and they can convert raw material into very useful form. So in this chapter we will discuss about the importance of people. So student, let's start. So student, let's start. And in this chapter, we will cover some subtopics. Firstly, we will discuss about introduction of this chapter. In every type of production, we need some major factor of production such as land, labor, capital, and human capital. And after that, we will discuss about human resources. And human is the most important factor of production because they have knowledge, skill, and training, and they can convert raw material into useful form. And after that we will discover virtuous cycle. Virtuous cycle means development cycle, and educated parents they created virtuous cycle because they realize what is the importance of education. And vicious cycle mean dangerous cycles, mean corrupted cycle, and uneducated parents they created vicious cycle for the society. And after that we will discuss about economic activity and non-economy activity are those activity which are done for earning money. And after that, quality of population depends on the education and depends on the health facility. And after that we will discuss about unemployment means people who are willing to work but they cannot find any kind of a job. And after that we will discuss about types of unemployment. Okay student, so firstly today we are going to cover some topic. First we will discuss. So student, today we are going to cover some topic. Firstly, we will discuss about introduction. And after that, we will discuss about people as resource means people are the important factor of production. And after that, we will discuss virtuous cycle. Virtuous cycle means development cycle created by educated parents. And vicious cycle are created by uneducated parents. And after that, we will discuss about economic activity. Economic activity means related to income. And non-economic activity are those activity which are done for social welfare. And after that we will discuss about sector of economic activity. And economic activity, there are three sector: primary sector, secondary and tertiary sector. And after that we will discuss about type of economic activity. So student, let's. So student, first is introduction. Firstly, in any type of production we need some major factors. And in any type of production there are four major factors of production: land, labor, physical capital and human capital. And land is the most important factor because it includes all type of natural resources, just like water, soil, forest. Any type of natural resource includes a land part. And second, labor includes two types of labor: skilled labor and unskilled labor. And third, physical capital means with the help of money we can purchase goods and services. And physical capital includes two types of capital: fixed capital and working capital. Fixed capital are those capital which are used for many years. And example, tools, machinery, land and building. Any type of machinery includes in fixed capital. And working capital are those capital which are used for 1 year. Example, raw material and cash in hand and cash and bank. And next is human capital. Human capital means human is the most important factor of production because with the help of their knowledge, skill and technology they can put all types of factor, and they can convert into very useful form. So we can say that there are four factor of production. And next is people as a resource. Population of a country is an asset for the economy rather than a liability. In any type of population of a country is an asset, is an a property for the economy rather than a liability, rather than a responsibility. But when population becomes human capital, when investment are made in the form of healthcare, training and education, means population they can convert in human capital when investment in the form of education, health and training. So we can say that population they can convert in human capital, and a population is an asset for an economy, because population they can enhance the national income of a country. And next is human resources. And human resources, it is also called people as a resource. People as a resource refers to a country working people. Working people means the age of 15 to 64. The age of 15 to 64 they includes in a working people. And working people in terms of their existing productive skill and abilities. And working people also helps to develop the gross national product of a country, and it is also called human resources. Human resources it also include working people, because working people it includes the age of 15 to 64. And working people they have skill, they have productive skill, they have ability, they have knowledge, they have education, they have training. So with the help of their skill and training, they helps to develop the national income, and it is also called GNP. GNP means the total value of goods and services that produce in a country, that in a year. It is called human resources. So by this definition we can say that people are very important resources, because people have skill and ability, and they can convert raw material into useful, and people they help to develop, they help to add value of national income. So it is called human resource. And next is investment in human capital. When we investment in the population, in the working population, in the field of education, medical facility and training, then working population then may convert in human capital. So all these factor we can say that it is very important to focus on education, medical facility and training. Then we can convert all population convert into human capital. Next is population can be turned into assets by. Population means working population, how to be convert into assets by these methods. Firstly, spending resources on education and health for all, means it is the duty of the government to spend their resources on the field of education and health for all person. They provide free education and free health facility to all person, and giving training to industrial and agriculture worker for using modern technology, means they provide training to the workers of industrial and agriculture. By this training they used modern farming technology, modern technology. And after that providing useful news research, new scientific research. By these method working population they can convert into assets, and it is the duty of the government they provide, and they can investment on the working population in the field of education and health, and provide some training in the field of modern technology and modern agriculture farming. So population can be turned into assets. Next is investment in education and health. Means investment means when some person purchase some property in the hope of better return in future. So we can investment in human resources also in the field of education, medical care, because they can give high rates of return in future. And this type of investment is the same investment in land and capital, because we can investment of land and capital because they provide good return in future. So we can investment in also education and medical, because more educated, better trained person earn more income, because they give higher productive, because educated person and healthy person, they can contribute in the growth of society, and they tackle the problem of a society, and they are the very useful for a country, and they can contribute in the development of national income. So we can investment in education and health just like investment in land and capital. Next topic is virtuous cycle. Virtuous cycle means a good cycle for the society, a development cycle. Just like educated parents form virtuous cycle, because educated parents investment in more heavily on the education and health of their children, because educated parents, they realize the importance of education for themselves, and they are also very conscious of, and they are more aware of their children need of nutrition and hygiene, and they also provides good education and good health of their children, because they know about what is the importance of education and health in their life. So educated parents, they formed virtuous cycle for the society, and it is very good cycle for the society. Topic is vicious cycle. Vicious cycle means a dangerous cycle, is corrupted cycle. It is very dangerous for a society, because uneducated parents created this cycle because they are not aware of their children education and health, and they do not realize importance of education. And some examples, some like slum area. In slum area, people, they are not aware of their children education and health. They do not provide basic education, and they not provide a basic medical facility to their children. So uneducated person and unhealthy person, they created vicious cycle for the society, and this cycle is very dangerous for the society. Now we will take the example of Asian countries like Japan. Japan have invested in human resources because they did not have natural resources. And they import the natural resources from the other country. They purchase natural resources from the other country. And they have invested on the people in the field of education and health, and these people have made efficient use of other resources like land and capital. So we can say that Japan, they totally focus on in the field of education and health, and efficiency and technology used by people have made this country more rich and more developed. So we can say that Japan has more developed, has more developed and more rich than in India, because Japan have more focused in the human resource development. And next topic is economic activity. Economic activities related to the money means those activity which are done for monetary gain, means which are done for income and profit, and with the help of income and money we can satisfy his and her wants, and all the activity which contribute to the flow and production of goods and service in the economy, because in economy active we can produce goods and services, and they contribute in the production of goods and service in the economy. And economy activity also add value to the national income. National income means the total value of goods and service that produce in a year in a country. So all these activity includes in the economy activity. Example, just like the work by teacher, engineer, doctor, because they doing work for earning money. All activity are related with the money. It is called economic activities. And next is non-economic activity. Non-economic activity are those activity which are done for social welfare, and non-economy activity do not contribute to the flow of goods and service in an economy. Means in non-economy activity we cannot produce any goods and service. This activity do not add in national income, and this activity are done for social service, and this activity are done for social welfare. Just example, donation, free education, free blood camp, any type of social service includes is non-economic activity. And non-economic activity do not add in the national income because they do not contribute in the flow of goods and service. It is done for only social welfare. So we can say that any type of social service includes in the non-economic activity. Next is sector of Indian economy. And in Indian economy, according to the economy activity, many people they involved in three sectors: primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. Primary sector means related with natural resources. And primary sector, it is also called agriculture sector because in this sector all those activity connected with extraction and production of natural resources without the interfere of human being. And in our country 60% people dependent on primary sector. It includes agriculture, forestry, fishing, mining, horticulture, viticulture, pisciculture, sericulture. All types of natural resources it includes in primary sector. Next is secondary sector. Secondary sector, it is also called manufacturing sector or industrial sector because it includes industries where raw material converted into finished goods with the help of machinery and labors. Finished goods are those goods which are directly used by consumer. And in this sector, any type of raw material converted into finished goods with the help of machinery and labor. Any type of construction includes in secondary sector, just like example, baking of breads and weaving of clothes. And next is tertiary sector. Tertiary sector, it is also called service sector, and tertiary sector involve the provision of services because in this sector it's only provides services. Example, trade, transport, communication, banking, education, health, insurance. Any type of services provided by tertiary sector. In this sector it cannot produce any type of goods, it provides only services to the other business. So there are three sector of Indian economy: primary sector related to the natural resources, secondary sector related to the industries, and tertiary sector related to the service sector. And next is types of economic activity. Economy activity have two types: market activity and non-market activity. Market activity means related to the money, related to the sale in the market, when production and service are produced are provided to be sold in the market, and the main purpose of market activity to earn more profit. It consider production of goods and services, including it also includes government services because all service are done for earning income. Just like example, teacher teaching in a school, a man working in a bank, any type of work, and it includes government service also because all this activity related to the earning money. And in this activity, production and service produced in large scale, and they sold to be in the market. And next is non-market activity. Non-market activity means when some production and services are produced for self consumption, means those activity they produce only self consumption for their needs of a family. It is called non market activity. And in non market activity, production are very small scale, and just like example, domestic work done by a woman, a father teaching his son, if a farmer produce grain to satisfy his family needs. Means the main purpose of non-market activity to satisfy their own family needs. So it is called non-market activities. So student, today your homework, first you have to revise chapter, and after that you have to find out questions. First question: Define people as resources. Question number second, mention any three factors which lead to human capital formation. Question third, give four examples of tertiary sector. And question number fourth, explain how investment in education creates the virtuous cycle of human development. And question fifth, how Japan, a small nation, has become rich and developed. Explain. And question six, what is the difference between economic activity and non-economic activity? And you have to write answer in points, and all question you have done in your fair notebook. Thank you.